It's on here. Monday, June 23rd. I'm sorry, not Saturday. Monday, June 23rd.
And you're doing
Uh,
what that day?
7 to 9. I'm doing a free improv class for 2 hours.
Where?
So over at Paduti Studios.
And what town is that in?
That is in Trenton.
Trent,
Trenton. It's
Trenum,
pronounced it's I don't know how to say the cities out here. Anyway,
Trenum, Pennsylvania.
yes. I'll put more info up very shortly. Unfortunately, Jeff, the guy who runs the studio, emailed me a couple days ago. He had some kind of injury that requires surgery, so he's not going to be able to
Oh
be in touch
no.
with me for a couple more days. Yeah, and I was like, oh, geez. He's had a bit of a rough run with it. His wife got hurt. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, free show is going to be fun.
All right.
Not a free show, free class. So come out if you're in the PA area and you're feeling froggy.
Yeah. All right. Let's rock and roll here. It's that time. It's time to thank you, the ice cream truck drivers. Thank you so much, ice cream truck drivers. It's a new month. I don't have a new list yet, but we will thank each and every ice cream truck driver by name before this month is over. Yeah, if you want to be an ice cream truck driver, head over to preachingfun.com. Preachingfun.com is where you can go to sign up to be an ice cream truck driver. And who knows, the life you save may be your own. Here's the show.
Hey, Johnny, do you want to go to an ice cream social?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Great, let's go.
Matt Donnelly, back on the high seas.
That's right, where I belong.
Right.
Away from those land lovers.
The Mistress Ocean, her siren call is far too strong for you.
It's time for Matt Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. Sitting at sea, that's Matt Donnelly. In Pittsburgh, PA, that's Paul Mattingly. I'm Jacob, the audio guy in Las Vegas. We're preaching
fun.
We are.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. So
we're also on Zoom at the thebucketshow.com.
That's right. So I when I got on board this vessel,
yeah,
they took my passport. They collected my passport, and then to do official business, and they said you can get it back. And then I get a letter saying that when I get off of this ship Wednesday morning, that I need to have my passport with me and be at this location at 7 a.m.
It brings up an issue.
Right. So I go down to the customer service area and I say, I got this letter saying I need to be here at this time with my passport, but you guys have my passport.
Is my passport here? Because I am.
And I think my, indoctrinating myself into sexual slavery, I think those days are past. I feel like I'm past my prime for that.
Interesting.
Like maybe very few
Look,
takers.
It's good enough for LeBron James. You need to just man up.
Wait, what? I'm so scared to hear what the answer to this is.
I don't want to ask any questions at all.
In your reference, is LeBron James the sex slave, or is he?
There's something going on. There's something going on. No, have you heard? No, it's the Diddy stuff. Have you not heard?
Okay. Be wrapped up in Diddy stuff.
No, according to my wife, there were audio files.
Okay.
Of he and Diddy, like you can hear he and Diddy having themselves a party, hanging out with my family.
Well, this stinks. This stinks because Diddy apparently was doing all this on purpose.
Right. He was like wrapping people into it on purpose.
Yeah, he was targeting high-profile people and bringing them into his freak-offs.
Right.
He was gaining as what some might call compromat.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Some might call it that. Yeah.
All right. Let's table that for now. That's more interesting than the story I'm telling. Allegedly. Thank you.
Allegedly.
And so they go, oh, well, the person in charge of who can give you back your passport isn't going to be here until later. But I also
Did they take in everyone's passports?
they took all four. The four artists came on,
Okay.
including me, and they took all of our passports when we came on.
Right. Okay.
I assume that like there's more complex immigration things happening, and they don't want to bother us with it, so they take care of it in the office. Is what I'm guessing, or I'm being groomed. But
it could be both.
Right? Yeah, I guess one doesn't rule out the other.
Yeah.
Let us take care of your immigration, you sexy old man. Just a hand on my face. Don't worry, he'll be back later.
Bring those games on over here.
I understand why you do magic, but you can just dance. So,
things that have never been said to us.
So they say, I'll get your passport later. You have to come back when the officer is back. But you have been invited to dinner by two guests. And I said, what? And I said, yes, the Reeses would like you to have dinner with them, either tonight at 8:30 or tomorrow 8:30 at the Bordello restaurant. And my first instinct was to go, nope. And then my second instinct was like, I'm a podcaster.
Right.
So I have to say yes to this.
Yeah.
I will say the only time I got invited to anything as a ship performer, I had a fucking blast.
Okay. So this thing, I've never heard of this happening before. And maybe you've told the story and I didn't pay attention, but I was like, oh, weird. I mean, again, the position I had on the other ship was not a common position. And I figured it's my first time as an actual like main stage performer. Maybe this is common.
Okay.
Either way, I'm eating at the buffet every day because that's the only place I can eat for free. And so a break from the buffet seems like a welcome deal.
This does, this being a thing, does explain some social media pictures that several of my friends have posted over the years. They're ship performers. And I go, why are they having dinner with all these people? But I guess this is a thing.
It's exactly a thing. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And so I'm going back and forth with my wife about this. She's wondering if I'm being ensnared into a freak off.
A thruple? You're getting thrupled?
I'm going to be blackmailed for this later on.
Yep.
I ask her if just filming is against our rules.
Filming and jacking it in the corner.
How far does the cuck chair have to be away from the bed for it to not count?
If I'm just an ottoman, that's okay. Is that okay?
If he is the cuck chair.
I am the cuck chair. Today I am the cuck chair.
Today I am the cuck chair.
Sit upon me and relish my cuckedness.
And so I'm saying I'm hoping they wear a lot of jewelry, both of them.
Good.
I'm secretly channeling in my mind the Avions from Race for the Crown on Netflix.
I wouldn't wish that on myself ever. Come on.
And so I say yes. Oh, and the other goes, so I go, so all that thought process happened in about like 5 seconds, and I just turned back to the guy and I go, sure, yeah. Tonight's tonight.
Right.
And he goes, oh, well, okay. Make sure you talk to your cruise director, Andy, before you go to dinner. I said, okay. I said, I didn't start this. You started this. This couple started this. Why? What do I have
work for?
Why do I have homework in this scenario?
It's funny because there is definitely a church and state separation thing.
Right.
It is a literal caste system.
and guest entertainers are plucked right in the middle of there. We're not allowed to go to the crew areas. We can't go to the crew bars.
Right.
Even in my main stage show, I wasn't allowed to use the dressing rooms.
This was the coup d'etat that Second City pulled off with Norwegian.
Yeah.
We had double status.
Yeah, well, you were also on there for long amounts of time.
That's true. Sense. We were on there for like 6 months, so you could go to the crew bar because you were hanging out on the boat.
Beers are $1 at the crew bar. That's why.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Um, so I go, oh, okay. And then I literally go like, what would possibly I can't imagine like what would happen. Like my phone rings and it's like, don't go, click. Like what's the conversation to have? And so I end up running into the cruise director Andy on the
on
stairs,
deck 3. I have news.
and
Deep throat Andy.
he just started waving his hand across his neck, like don't. No, that's not true. That's not true.
I can't talk now. Don't go to dinner.
He's like, listen, if you go tonight, and then a dart hit him in the neck and he fell down. I was like, what? What were you gonna say? What was it? God damn it, man! Wake up! It's almost 8:30.
The cake, not the pie.
Oh damn it! I'm blanking on the name that they say in LA Confidential. All right, so he's literally like he's a cruise director, so he's literally on his way from somewhere to somewhere else and doesn't want to stop his feet because he has to do 1,000 things. So like as he's ascending the stairs, he goes, Matt, I was gonna try to find you. You talking about having dinner with the Reeses? Yeah, that's awesome. It's great. I'm glad it's happening. Cool.
All right.
And then he was gone. And then I was like, okay.
Are these in fact? I don't want to step on your. I better not step on your story. You go ahead.
I think you can, because this is going to go somewhere different than you think.
I'm just thinking. You've said the Reeses.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the heir to the peanut butter cup fortune?
Okay, so part of me, I wanted to tell the story straight up from my perspective as it unfolded. I was debating whether to include the name because I was like, oh, Paul might kick the story in the dick if he catches it.
I tried not to there. I gave
I know. No, they are not the Reese's peanut butter cup family.
They're from the Scopes monkey trial.
Damn it, Paul!
The Reese's monkeys.
They have a tale to tell.
Turns out the Reeses aren't guests. The Reeses are lecturers on the ship, which should have been told to me ahead of time.
That should have been the first thing.
Lecturers.
Yes.
Lecturers, much like guest entertainers, would like to have dinner with you, Matt.
Exactly. And we're all
your co-workers would like to have dinner with you.
Yeah, we're all in this drifting thing. We're in show business. Let's chat.
Are they treating you?
Yes. Except at one point I ordered like a Sprite, and the guy confirmed my name for my medallion, and I was like, no, this isn't on me. I didn't want to yell, be like, no, they're treating. I would eat at the buffet. So as far as I know,
you don't want an $8 Sprite. That ain't on you.
Please don't charge me for this Sprite.
Yeah.
So I got charged for my Sprite. I'm going to see if I get charged for the dinner. They said it was their treat, but I don't. It's really up to the waiters whether it was is their treat or not.
Right. Exactly.
So no check comes, right?
Right. You're not signing for it at the end.
Yeah. So chaotic says, no, I would have just brought my free donut platter.
They wouldn't let me bring it in. They made me check it at the front.
Come on. I said, at least put a napkin on. I can take it to my room later. No. You know who sits down to have dinner with me is fucking Mike Reese, original writer of The Simpsons, Ice Age, fucking one of the original showrunners of The Simpsons.
It.
I'm sitting down with fucking one of the most OG Harvard Lampoon.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down with one of the most OG voices in comedy. Wrote for fucking Johnny Carson, Joan Rivers, Tonight Show. Fucking Mike Reese sits down.
King.
I'm like a prank. I am suddenly having dinner with fucking comedy royalty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So relieved. Oh, this all makes a lot more sense.
See, these usually turn out good.
I snorted this Viagra for no reason.
Be patient. A reason will yet reveal itself.
Mike Reese, that's incredible.
Yes. Yeah, one of the original season 1 Simpsons writers.
Yeah.
Became the showrunner. Worked on the movie. Worked on a bunch of other. Worked on The Critic. He was telling
Yeah.
the John Lovett stories. He was
Well,
just
I
telling
was
me,
just I was just listening to Talking Simpsons before we got on today. That's one of the
Yeah.
podcasts I listen to a lot. And, this stuff is constantly, and I was just reading again about my Simpsons figures collection. I'm very in Simpsons mode right now. This is very interesting to me.
Paul is online reading about the things that he has.
That's what I do.
I mean, I say that as I don't listen to just NBA playoff basketball, just to listen to people confirm what I saw on the game the night
Exactly.
before. That's exactly what I do. So I can't.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Yeah, I thought that was dumb also when I was watching it.
Yeah, Al Jean and Mike Reese were the main guys there for a long time.
Yeah,
the OG showrunners.
So of course I ask him, we basically end up talking a lot about comedy and then a lot about magic. He's good friends with Copperfield. We go back and forth with all kinds of stories. And
so he saw your performance?
He did. He was in the front row. It turns out I used his wife Gabby in a trick.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And I was nervous, but as I made jokes, he laughed, and so I was like, okay, good.
Well, I mean, he must have enjoyed you enough to have you for dinner. That's big.
That's it. Yeah. Turns out he's very good friends with Diddleman and Harrison Greenbaum. And so,
look at that.
Nice.
Okay, look at all our little trees coming together and blooming.
Yeah. But
yes, Nesticle Scoop might have named the episode.
That's
almost threesome.
but even greater, secretly, Matt's comedy-gasm instead of an orgasm. I got a comedy-gasm.
A reesum.
Secretly, a reesum. Secretly, more happy for my soul that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, but Paul, I basically was like, once again, I was like, oh my god, my comedy partner will be so mad that I am here and not him. And
sort of. I'm not mad. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And a little mad.
I said, but I guess, what are the Simpsons questions people give you? What do you got? Tell me. We got to tell me Simpsons stories before I leave because my kids watch the show.
Yeah.
Of course, he said difficult people to work with is what everyone always asks him.
Right.
And he goes, it's an easy answer. Oprah was the number one worst person to work with on The Simpsons.
Wow.
Okay.
Did one take and said that's enough, and I'm done. It wouldn't take any direction.
Hilarious.
He said so many people have been fabulous on the show. Some people were amazing, but the person that surprised him the most was Richard Dean Anderson, who played MacGyver.
Oh yeah.
He said he was just hysterical. He was so funny at the reads. He was so funny on the mic, and he would go off script and ad lib, and they kept some of his ad libs in the show, and he just couldn't believe how funny MacGyver was. He just was so impressed. Yeah.
What season was he on?
To live life. Just to live life as the guy who played MacGyver, I feel like you have to be funny.
Well, that's the whole. Patty and Selma are obsessed with Richard Dean Anderson. They've been keeping his name in their mouth for seasons.
Yes.
Oh, Richard Dean Anderson. Oh, that's always their go-to hunka. And so that's really funny. I didn't realize he was actually on the show at a certain point. I guess I wonder what season that was. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've got it pulled up here. Apparently he accidentally goes to a MacGyver convention and is kidnapped by Patty and Selma.
There you go.
Much time with the twins. They tire of his constant presence and run him off with their boring slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the episode for that.
So yeah, I mean, what?
Kiss Bangalore is the name of the episode.
Do you know what season that was?
Not yet.
It's got to be in the teens, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Well, now we have to look, right? Now we got to see if he's right.
Hey, I'm fine.
I'm going to say season 16.
Oh, close. Season 17.
Okay.
Good.
Right,
that's points.
Yeah, definitely.
That's within in a realm of 34. You were than one is pretty great.
Thank you.
Episode number 373, first aired April 9th, 2006.
Oh, I thought it was April. It felt like an April episode.
Yeah. Points for Matt too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Season 17,
Everybody gets
episode
one.
17. Cool.
Well, the truth is, he was, you're talking about working on the Tonight Show, and I was like, oh my God, I loved the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson when I was young.
I did too. I saw that final episode.
Oh yeah.
I stayed up and watched that.
I was saying that my dad got a new TV and he put the old one in the garage, and without him knowing, I hauled it up myself as an 8-year-old. I hauled up the big old TV into my room and put tinfoil in it for antennas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just set an alarm to wake back up at 11 o'clock at night. And I'd watch The Honeymooners that was replaying on WPN Channel 9.
That's great.
For a half hour. Then I'd watch the opening monologue of Johnny Carson. And I would laugh at the monologue and then wait for him to say the guests. And if the guests were funny people, I'd stay up. Or if there's a comedian listed as coming on at the end, I would stay up. And if it was a boring guest, I'd go watch a second episode of The Honeymooners. And then flip back to catch the stand-up comedian at the end. I just wanted to catch the comedian at the end of each episode.
Right.
And if it was like Penn and Teller or Robin Williams or whatever, I was like so psyched and I would watch. If it was other people and they were charming and they were still going well, I'd go like, oh shit, I know they're going to bump the comedian. I know this is going too well with this movie star.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, sorry, we didn't have time for any comedian. I'm going to be so, I'm going to be so mad. But yeah, I was talking to him about that, and he goes, "Well, the lecture I'm doing tomorrow is partially covers me writing for Johnny. You may not like him as much." I go, "No." I go, "I've heard nothing but horror stories about Johnny Carson in real life. It's show. The show and the vibe of the show was everything.
Yeah. I like the show. I don't canonize Johnny Carson.
Yeah,
those damn cigarettes, Ed. That's what got me."
But Johnny Carson only did one episode of anything on TV after he retired, and it was an episode of The Simpsons as a favor to Mike Reese. He came on and cameoed in an episode with Bozo the Clown. He did one episode of TV after he retired, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty solid.
That's pretty amazing.
Pretty solid get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But oh man, yeah. One of the first.
I'll tell you who else did a TV episode of The Simpsons with Johnny Carson, but only because he was asked as a personal favor, and that is the following sponsor.
Today's show, Matt and Manley's Ice Cream Social, is brought to you by the fine makers, purveyors, outfitters, shippers, and shoppers, and shoopers, because they make you want to shoop. Jesus, just load already.
Shippity shoop.
A Squirrel's Guide to Collecting from Cup of Scoop in 2025. That's A Squirrel's Guide to Collecting.
Hey there, I hear you looking for some nuts. Yeah? Okay, I got the skinny. Here's the thing. Go ahead and go up a tree. Why don't you go up a tree and find some nuts? Yeah. And then get 2. And then get 3. And then 4. And soon you'll have a collection of nuts that will be irresistible to both you and your possible loved ones. Yes, the best way for a squirrel to get a female squirrel into his squirrel hole is with a collection of fine nuts. Now, a lot of squirrels, they don't want to do the hard work of going up the tree and getting the nuts. That's why I, Squirrely T Squirrel, have started the nut collection by mail. Yeah, that's right. For only 38 cents a day, you can get a nut in the mail every day. Open up that mailbox. Boom. 1 nut busting right at you every day. 38 cents. Right to me. Squirrely T Squirrel. Give me that money. I'll bust a nut in your mailbox.
Squirrel.
That's right. All the ladies say squirrely.
Enter Hey Scoops to checkout. It busted right in my face, Squirrely. I opened my mailbox too fast.
That's the price you pay.
I think he's doing double meaning stuff. Am I wrong?
What's that now?
What are you talking about?
It's just the one. It's
talking about a squirrel with nuts?
Okay.
Squirrel with nuts. There's nothing double. It's a squirrel. He's got nuts.
I see Big Sexy. Is that Big Sexy in the chat up here?
Big Sexy is in the Zoom chat here.
I'll just say, I guess you can even type if you don't want to come on camera. or if you don't want to talk to us. But I know you're recovering, so it's up to
Yes.
you whether you want to come on or not come on.
Much love to
Here.
Big Sexy recuperating from the stroke. Ugh.
Or Big Sexy just signed into the chat and then left his device.
There
That's
you
true.
go.
Or
That's
just fell
possible.
asleep and he's recovering or
Right.
whatever. Yeah. So he's recovering, and clearly this amount of stalling wasn't enough time to get him on here.
Well,
So,
we're all
moving on.
sending the love. We're all sending the love.
Yeah, yeah. He has a GoFundMe up as he recovers from his stroke.
Do we have a mailing address for him? Because I have something from our last sponsor that I'd like to send him in the mail.
Yeah, exactly. Let him know we care. Not
Yeah.
Got a squirrely tea squirrel nut of the day club.
That's right. That's right. Bring a little joy. And nut.
Almond Joy's got nuts.
And Mounds don't.
Mounds do not. They are
Yeah.
nut free.
That's right.
So the other day, I get home from work the other day, and my house stinks to high hell.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
And it is
Is this-
SJ making dog food.
I was saying, it can't be this again.
Can you identify this odor? And you identified it immediately.
It is SJ making dog food. Usually, when she makes
Wait.
dog food.
Jacob, Big Sexy is here. He's on the camera.
There he is.
Oh, nice.
He was getting a sponge bath. Whoa.
Yeah, he was.
It's Big Sexy.
But don't rush back on our account, my friend.
No, man.
Big Sexy, unmute yourself, pal. Uh-oh.
Or just keep typing.
All right.
Either way, you keep on. If you can unmute yourself, or just keep chatting with us on the chat.
Unmuted.
Oh, hey,
There
there
he
you
is.
are. How you doing, Big Sexy?
Okay. Better.
Yeah. How long has
Yeah.
it been since you had the incident, pal?
A little over a month.
Oh man, that's so
Yeah.
scary, pal. I know it
Easter
usually takes
Sunday.
3 to 6 months to start to even see where your recovery's heading. So I apologize.
Yeah. They anticipate a 95% recovery in 6 months.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's fantastic to hear.
Well, that's good. That is good.
Yeah, I'm
but-
glad you're talking recovery at all. I mean, that's a good sign right there.
Just in time for Scoop Fest.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, right. Come on out to 140-degree weather.
I'm glad you still have your priorities straight, at least.
Well, now you know.
Well, at least you're not in the grips of the American medical care system, right? Oh, that's a plus right there.
Things are, yeah. I couldn't do this in America.
No.
And,
That's so scary
Yeah.
to think about.
yeah.
And tell everybody where you are.
What was that?
Tell everyone where you are. What country are you in right now?
I'm in Mexico.
Nice.
Playa del Carmen.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's both beautiful to see you and also tough to hear your voice struggling like the way it is.
Right.
But I
But this
know
is an
you
improvement.
right.
A week ago, I wouldn't be able to talk at all.
Oh man,
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's moving along then. That sounds-
dramatic. Yeah.
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 Now, is there a
But finally,
chance you're going to say that it's
Hold-
taking longer than it should to recover because you don't want to
Hold
give
on
up
a
the sponge baths?
One more time.
I said, is there a chance you're going to drag out your recovery just because you don't want to give up the sponge baths? Is that possible?
Oh, I'm never giving these up. I was giving
These are just a fact of life now.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't want to
blame
make you keep. I don't want to make you keep
That's
talking,
great.
but I appreciate you hanging out with us today.
Well, I'm
Uh,
so happy to be here.
Where do we
And-
find your GoFundMe page?
I'll post it on my Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
Great.
or throw it in the chat when you get a chance, and we'll go from there.
I can do
Yeah.
that. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
right.
There we go.
So
Thank
good to
you.
hear from you,
Sexy.
Big Sexy.
Fingers crossed for you, pal. Love you.
Yeah, man.
Hoping
Lots
for
of
a
love.
big,
I'll be back.
big recovery.
See you, buddy.
Feel
All right.
better. Keep preparing.
All right.
Man,
When we
that's good to hear from him, and that he sounds good. Sounds like the prognosis is good.
yeah.
Getting better. Every day getting a little better. I mean, that's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's my second improv friend to have a stroke within the last few months, and it's a scary sign that we're getting older. He posted we have a GoFundMe in the chat there, and we'll make sure we get it into our episode. It's
going to be on the. I just got word from Eric as well. It's going to be on our description and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be on all over our social medias as well.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
toss sexy a little jingle if you can. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in my comedy group, it was my friend Tom had a stroke, and then on top of that, remember my buddy Eli, he had his heart explode at his wedding.
Oh, right.
So when was that?
So that was more than a year ago. Or more than a year ago, yeah.
What happened? What is he at now?
So I think I told the story a little bit, but so to refresh people, I was the officiant at a wedding. I got them married. They went down the aisle. They went to a little room, so we'd go to the reception, and then they never came out of that little room for like an hour. And then suddenly they said Eli fainted, went to the hospital. Turns out he didn't faint. One chamber of his heart exploded. And when that happens, it takes a while for the body to really start to show signs or whatever.
Right.
It's an incredible story because he married a doctor.
Oh, right. And they were getting married in the area with like the best hospital for this, right?
A total coincidence. One of 5 hospitals in the world that can install a fake heart chamber was 15 minutes away from the wedding venue. Which really has to make you go back to those times where you're just going from venue to venue and trying their dumb cake and all that stuff, You just happen to choose.
You're like, wait. How close are you to emergency medical preparedness?
Yeah.
Right.
That should really be the ultimate indicator.
So he didn't just pass out, she saw like a facial paralysis in his face. Or he passed out.
She knew the signs.
She recognized it.
Yeah, so when they got
she's a real doctor.
She's not getting an honorary doctorate in animation from the School of Visual Arts. By the way, the only doctorate I'm holding out for is an honorary doctorate. And
are they still married?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Does he keep saying, well, I mean, I could get you an anniversary present, but I already had my heart explode with love for you at our wedding. I don't think there's anything more I can do at this point to prove how much I care.
That is the bit that he does all the time.
I would do that. I would milk that shit forever.
With that voice too. That voice. That voice.
I could get you something, but
I could do it, but my heart exploded.
Why are you talking like sarcastic Yogi Bear to me? I'm just talk like Eli.
I don't think there's anything I could do to top what I did.
No,
it was the best wedding day ever.
This is just how I talk now. I'm Eli.
Sometimes people have a guy pop out of a cake. I had my heart pop out of my chest. Whoa.
So in the ambulance, she says, "Are you going to call a code stroke?" Which made the EMT turn to her and be like,
"Are you a doctor?"
No, the opposite.
Oh,
her like, "Are you listening to fucking podcasts or some shit? Like, why do you know?"
Started to WebMD her ass.
Yeah, like, are you one of these dickheads who just knows this term that they heard or whatever? And the guy goes, "For a guy passing out, you want me to call a code? For a guy fainting, you want me to call a code stroke?" Like really sarcastic to her.
Oh shit!
With a heavy like, "Don't tell me how to do my job" or whatever. And it's just this beautiful blonde woman in her wedding dress.
In her wedding dress.
Yeah, just like someone who probably listens to podcasts or something, right?
Right.
Maybe not a great assumption to make, buddy.
And she goes, "Well, I am a doctor, and I witnessed facial paralysis before he passed out, and I'm worried about X, Y, and Z." And the guy goes, "Oh." He stops and he calls code stroke.
Nice.
A code stroke is when every possible expert in the field is called as an emergency to the hospital.
It's an all hands on deck call.
Yeah. And so one of those hands was the person who knew how to diagnose and figure out how to put an artificial chamber in the heart.
Yeah.
So on the text
There's
thread,
one of the people that were called also there to just say, why did we call an all stroke call for a fucking guy who fainted at his wedding? Probably locked his knees during the ceremony or something. I don't know.
Was Clarence Carter the attending physician?
I'm in the middle of a Sopranos rewatch here.
He should be.
So,
Dr. Carter, could you please come down here for a minute?
Oh,
Let's see what this patient is presenting with. Oh my, you be stroking. That's what you be doing.
Well, which direction am I stroking in?
Oh, you're stroking to the left. You're aortic to the right. You're stroking where your heart doesn't seem to be all airtight. You've been stroking with facial paralysis. You've been stroking. That's what you've been doing.
This is a little too soon for Big Sexy, maybe?
Sexy laughing, so I feel I'm okay.
Also zoomed in on Big Sexy on the screen just to make sure that he's laughing.
He knows the work of Dr. Clarence Carter, renowned cardiologist and stroke expert.
Sure. Who isn't?
So
Big Sexy says he already wrote the song.
Yeah.
Already done.
So the punchline is on the text thread of my comedy group. They said, wait, Matt's third at best when it comes to heart stuff in our comedy group? So there we go.
Oh, that's funny. That's darkly funny.
Darkly funny, but appropriate.
Appropriate, absolutely.
Very surprised I'd be third, but here we are.
Had Eli been doing a lot of Dexatrim as well? What was the cause? What was the cause? Just regular speed. Just doing regular speed.
No, it wasn't. This truck stop, bee themed diet medicine. Wasn't what did him in. No.
No explode. Gulp.
No, just a genetic disposition, a thin heart, just totally random. Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Got that thin heart condition.
Yeah.
That's I believe that's a Phil Collins song.
Thin heart.
Yeah.
I'm suffering from a thin heart condition. Oh no!
That sounds more like Clarence Carter.
Don't do the drum part. Don't do it.
No, my heart can't take it. I know my heart can't take it. I don't even get to that part. I just do the first line, head back to the green room.
So he's got a fakie in there now?
Yeah, he's got a fakie. The medical term is fakie.
More machine than man.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave him laser eyeballs too, and I don't know how that helps his heart.
Does he talk robot now? That would be what I would do. If I had fake heart, I'd be like, well, this is it. This is all you get from now on. I used to be human. I don't know how to love anymore. My sweet wife, though I care for you in ways that a robot can, you are flesh. I am machine.
If this ever happens to Paul, he's getting divorced a month later.
Dude, I'm already part robot.
Yeah, you already got the super hip.
I'm the titanium guy.
That's right. So that means you also don't have to get Ann any anniversary gifts. You have a fake hip.
My leg didn't explode at our wedding. I do have to get anniversary gifts.
Damn it, so close.
So close.
Coming up on Big 19. Big 19 in November it'll be. Crazy.
Ooh, 19 years. Oh,
19
crazy.
years. Time flies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, when we last left off with you, your house was stinky with dog food?
And now you said it just really stank. Was there a certain odor permeating everything? Was it like you recognize the stench or what?
It is a combination of odors. The things that go into this dog food.
Oh God!
First of all, the main ingredient, cod. Just codfish.
And so, you cook the cod or you don't cook the cod?
Oh no, you cook the cod. Everything goes into the Instant Pot. So she chops everything up, and then it all goes into the Instant Pot. So it's got like cod in there. You got broccoli in there. We know from this show that I don't like broccoli, and the smell of broccoli is just horrible when it's wafting through the air from the Instant Pot combined with codfish.
Broccoli cooking has an odor. That's
Yeah.
I don't have I
sure does.
have I told you guys about my favorite White Ninja comic strip? Do you guys know White Ninja?
Yes.
In the chat, Scully will put up Terminator when come with me if you want to stroke.
I'm stroking to the east, and I'm stroking to the west.
I'll be back to stroke it when I do best.
And I will do what I do best.
I will stroke it. I'll be back when I stroke it the best.
Stroke to the west. Do it now. Stroke now. Do it.
Oh, God damn it. I'm telling you, you got to better get on the horn to Eli and say, hey, man, you got to go all robot from here on out. It's comedy gold.
Your wife will love it.
Yeah, don't ever talk to anybody except Roboty. Anyway, the White Ninja comes home and he notices the smell and he says, oh my God, what stinks? What are you cooking? Is that skunk poop? And his wife is there just stirring a little pot and she's like, you know, and it's like, could you answer the phone, please? He goes, okay. Whoo. And he goes and he picks up the phone. He goes, hello? Oh, hi, Barb. I mean, hold on a second. And then he goes over to his wife with the phone in his hand and he goes, hey, it's a skunk. He wants his poop back. I've had that on our refrigerator for almost the entirety of our marriage. I love that. I love that.
Poop back.
His skunk wants his poop back.
What if skunk poop smells especially bad?
I mean, I think that was the idea. Was what animal feces would be extremely nasty. Is there a ranking? There has to be.
Yeah, I'll ask ChatGPT right now.
Chat poo poo pee pee.
What animal has the
answer? Humans.
Poop
exactly. It's humans, honestly.
Humans do have the stinky poop.
I would think they probably do have the stinkiest.
I mean, like I said before, there's a time where like only a handful of us would have like a human poop story, and now post-pandemic, all of us have plenty of human poop stories.
Yeah,
and we do note it. You do go like, wait, I'm stopping. I'm stopping at a further distance than I would for a dog.
Yeah. Okay, Eric Clumsy though in the chat says that humans do not have the stinkiest poop.
Okay, well
according to ChatGPT, animals have some pretty foul-smelling poop. Well, there's no universal stinkiness index until today.
Yet.
When we were proud to launch the Stinkiness Index. Researchers, zookeepers, and field biologists have definitely noted some especially smelly contenders. Here's a rough ranking of the stinkiest poops in the animal kingdom based on the order of intensity, chemical composition, odor intensity, and pure gut-wrenching horror.
Did ChatGPT make a pun with a rough ranking?
Maybe.
Of stinks?
Yeah.
The ranking. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sea lions and seals. Smells like
okay.
Smells like rotting fish, old diapers, and sulfur. Why?
Yep. Okay, checks it out.
Have a heavy diet of powerful digestive bacteria, weaponized stench.
They probably actually have a heavy diet of diapers at this point with all the eco-terrorism we've been inflicting on their habitat.
That's it. Thank you. We were punching down, Paul, and I appreciate you making sure.
Well,
that
I'm just letting you know that sea lions are now 30% huggies. That's just how it is. Sea lions have no choice in the matter. They are eating pull-ups as fast as we can make them. Little swimmers, more like little hors d'oeuvres for sea lions.
Nailed it.
We're giving them something, right?
I just got a text from the sea lion that said, "Stop helping, Paul." That's what it just said. So, I don't know.
Oh, there is a bird that a Hoatzin bird, which is a tropical bird in the Amazon, and it digests food via fermentation.
Whoa, gross. That smells
Fermentation
like beer
process
shit.
happens in its stomach, and apparently it has really stinky poops.
Oh, fermentation as being part of the equation is really gross.
Just rotten beer shits out of this bird. All right,
Oh,
what's after?
according to AI, the stinkiest poop might be the polar bear.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, because they eat the seals.
Because
And...
the seals that eat the diapers, then the polar bear comes along and eats those seals.
and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around.
I don't know. I don't know why. He swallowed a Huggies. I guess he'll die.
I guess he'll get eaten by a polar bear.
What's that? What else is in the ranking?
Number 2 would be hyenas. It smells like burnt hair, bones, and carrion because they eat everything.
Okay.
Their poop is
anything that eat carrion, their poop's got to be pretty stinky, right?
Yeah.
Vulture poop's got to be stinky.
Well,
their poop is white and chalky, but brutally foul. So it's deceptively terrible.
Okay.
So it looks like that old 70s shit. From
Sloths, number 3. Sloths.
Sloths have super stinkies.
Yeah, fermented vegetation and moldy sewage. They only poop once a week. It's massive and decomposed inside their slow fermenting gut.
What? Did you say they only shit twice a week?
Once
a week.
Once a week.
Once. What are they on Ozempic?
Well, you know what? I would say
look great.
I'd say what a time saver. But of course they only shit once a week. Think of how long it takes them to get to the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Oh, I better go poop.
It's about that time.
Got a turtle head knocking at the door. Better get a move on.
Slow down, turtle head. You're moving too fast.
Oh, it has been 5.5 days.
About that time.
I hope I don't also get my period. That's right. I'm a lady sloth. Nothing worse than lady sloth period poops. P.U.
The sloth doctor was a woman.
That's the riddle.
No one ever expects sloth doctor to be a woman, especially when she's transporting her injured bridegroom. Did you call in a stroke?
Why would I call it a code stroke? The sloth just fainted.
Code stroke. Well, over the course of the last 4 hours, I noticed what could be paralysis. Now, this is hard to say in the sloth community. Oh my God.
While you were telling me about it, your husband died. I'm so sorry. You took too long.
Oops.
It's gonna be tough if you're like the zoo.
Not again.
Not again. The sloth Black Widow.
You want to go see the sloth at the zoo, and they're like, "Oh no, he's pooping. Come back later." Like, how much later? Like tomorrow. Come back tomorrow.
You don't want to be close to this. This is gonna be bad.
This is like evacuates their entire yards of intestine. Who's the next culprit?
Elephants.
Oh,
Elephant poop is pretty stinky.
Compost heap on a hot day.
Yeah.
Huge amounts of half-digested matter. They eat 300 pounds daily. That's all it says.
But leave my mom out of it.
Hey, she just became a Patreon backer. You better watch it.
Did she really?
Yes. Oh no, it was SJ's mom. SJ's mom. Sorry, SJ's mom became a.
Oh, I thought that lightning had an effect on her.
Yeah.
If my mother-in-law is listening, hello, mother-in-law.
Right. I write my typical thank you note, and then I was like, that name sounds slightly familiar. And then it was like, oh wait, is it you, Anne? Who's
Oh
mother's
no, that's
Anne?
my mom. That's my
Your
mom.
mom became your mom, not that's just mom. Your mom became
That
patron.
The
that makes more
lightning
sense.
did have an effect on her.
It did, yeah. It kick-started her.
Kickstart my heart.
Number
No one
5.
else-
Wait,
That's what
number
happens when
5.
no one else is here.
Number 5 is humans.
I'm
Hey,
only human. A
Smells like
stinky poop
okay.
I've laid.
From ChatGPT, it smells like sulfur, methane, and shame. So my ChatGPT is getting sassy.
ChatGPT is sassy rassy.
You got a sassy ChatGPT.
I did. Why? Because of high protein, low fiber diets or GI problems, like C, I don't know, different can rival the animal kingdom.
All
I
right.
don't know what that middle part means, but yeah. So humans with
I don't know
GI
what any of that
issues.
means, but I'm just glad to hear that we're holding our own. We're top 5, and that ain't bad.
We are still the alpha predator and the alpha shitter.
USA.
Wolves and yeah, it doesn't say like U.S. humans, does it? But I guess we're just assuming U.S.
I
humans.
feel like U.S. humans have. I feel like we're top percentile in shit smell. We don't have a good diet. We don't have a good diet.
That's one.
What are you
gold
talking
medal
about?
we have wrapped up.
There is nothing better for the digestive tract than G Fuel Blue Bomber slushy from the Dollar Tree.
Paul is drinking a can of something with Mega Man on it.
Yep. I trust Mega Man.
So I get home the other day and my house stinks. It stinks
Yes.
like fish and broccoli.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Because usually when SJ makes this dog food, she makes a big batch of it at a time and we freeze a bunch of it. And when she makes it, she usually opens like all the doors and windows in the house. She turns on the big fan over the stove and everything that gets a lot of the smell out. And she hadn't done any of that. And so I was like, why is everything all closed up? I started like opening windows. She's like, oh, my allergies have been bad. And so I couldn't open the windows. I have to sing tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. You know, all of her regular excuses, whatever. I'm a professional singer and I have to sing, whatever. So she goes and takes a shower and I open up the house and it started airing things out, turn a bunch of fans on and everything. I'm airing things out. And I go into my bedroom a little while later and she goes, oh yeah, the closet was real stinky. And she kind of trailed off. And I walk over to our closet, and inside of our closet, there is on a stool, precariously set right below a shelf of things in the closet that is known to fall off from time to time. She has put one of those 3-wick scented candles just directly under a pile of things on a shelf that could fall off onto this candle at any second.
Is it lit?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's lit and burning?
Yes.
In a closed closet?
Yes.
What?
You have every part of the story correct, Paul.
Wait a minute.
Jacob, you ruined the beginning of her elaborate Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah. You flip the man into the pan. You set the house on fire. Woo! It's pretty quick.
That candle is going to tumble over. The wax is going to pour onto a series of dominoes, and there's going to also light a fuse that went a different direction.
Yeah, it's gonna stain the puppy's feet.
Why is there a candle burning in the closet? She goes, well, the closet, it smelled, because we keep our dirty clothes, like we have dirty clothes hampers.
Oh my God.
So she's like, the closet smelled a little bit, so I lit a candle. The whole house smells like fish and broccoli, and you're worried about the fucking closet, and you're gonna burn the house down.
So say,
what is happening here?
This is not an inspection, but if it were, you would have failed inspection.
Holy shit! You gotta get her.
You're asking if she's just a bleached blonde. No, she is a natural blonde.
You gotta get her some damp rid or something. Some mothballs, or just to renews it. Just get some Renewzits. That's the thing. Anything that's not going to catch fire. I don't know what it is. The ladies love the scents. Anne has this remote evil oil pissing robot that she puts around the house, and she'll set it on high and it'll piss out this oil and it'll get you in the face. She's got this oil pissing robot.
Wasn't this our nut sponsor? Didn't we already do this bit?
No, it's this oil pissing robot that you can set to 3 different sets of how much it's going to piss out oil, and it'll piss out the oil, and it'll get me. It's like macing me in the face. She puts it in her bedroom now, so it doesn't get me like it used to. But my God, I used to have to find that thing and shut it off all the time. One time, it ran out of oil, so about every 10 minutes, it was going and making this crazy sound. And then
that's happened to me before. I've run out of it before. It just made that crazy sound. Yep.
She's looking at me like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I don't know. She's like, would you check downstairs? Like, she has me like going on burglar patrol because this thing is because its oil bladder has been stripped of its essential oil piss, and it's having to strain, and it can't get any traction. And I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck this is. Sending me out to go hunt this thing down. I finally found it like 2 days later. I found the damn, I was near it when it went off. I was like, oh, it's that. Cause I checked every damn CO2 detector we have in the house. I had to change the batteries on all our fire detectors. Finally found what's going on. I'm like, it's your oil pissing robot. Damn it.
I'm with Ed on this one. I always found peeing on my face to be therapeutic, and so I feel like aromatherapy via robot piss face is pretty great.
I've always found peeing on your face to be therapeutic as well.
Everybody wins.
Yep,
I was hoping the Reese's were into that kind of therapy, but turns out they just want to talk comedy.
Well, honestly,
Jacob, Clumsy suggests an air freshener on a Roomba, which is not a bad idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I sent you guys a video of that attack squirrel on the Roomba from Mortal Kombat. It's really fun.
Yes.
You guys haven't seen it, you should look up Roomba attack squirrel Mortal Kombat.
Well, you said you didn't mention in the show is that it has the audio of the people reacting to it while they're playing, or is the audio within the game?
Yeah, they're freaked out by it.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It is very funny. Yeah,
they are appropriately freaked out by a squirrel on a Roomba with a chainsaw.
And there's one level in one of the little side missions where it's a giant one and it's chasing you and you have to run away from it. Yeah. It's huge. It's as big as the screen. I'm telling you.
I like things like that because I just think about the writer's room. I just think about the writer's room where they came up with it. They were like, guys, I got a great idea.
No, it's a guy driving to work, hungover, being like, shit, I have nothing for this meeting. I just have fucking nothing for this meeting.
I mean, think about it. Ed Boon has been in charge of the Mortal Kombat franchise for 35 years.
Okay.
92, I think, was the first game came out.
Okay.
How many fatalities have they come up with? And they're still figuring out new takes on how to mutilate the human body. It's getting crazy.
My brother Face of Death on DVD.
My brother, a couple years back, when this was 2 Mortal Kombats ago, I think, he was reading
Bass unfortunately Scoop says they still can't make a good movie.
Well, this next one has some promise. This new Mortal Kombat 2
did the last one.
Folds my arms. We'll see.
Yep.
It's gonna have Shao Kahn. We'll see.
Great.
But
the last one was an awesome cast, and they couldn't get through a half hour.
Right. You know that the last one was not great. It was not because it didn't focus. It wasn't Mortal Kombat. It was like Kickboxer meets Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was the problem.
It needs to be more fantasy. Just
that was the big problem.
If you want to make a Mortal Kombat movie, you just cut to cybernetic ninjas ripping people's heads off. That's all we want. Just do me 2 hours of that. I'm happy.
Can you hear us in the back, Hollywood?
Yeah,
Let's
you
go.
get that through your thick skull, Ed Boon. But
Stay down,
apparently,
Ed Boon.
some of the programmers working on
Manly's Ice Cream Social did a takedown of Ed Boon today.
I love Ed Boon. I love him. They were working on modeling the disembowelments and all this kind of stuff, right? And like they've gone through all this anatomical work to like see the different slices of a human skull and all the entrails and how all the plugs connect to everything, and like they were getting like PTSD from all this severe medical research and like looking up car crashes and all this kind of stuff to get all these mutilation details just right. It was pretty tough. Yeah, like Mortal Kombat 1, but good. Exactly, Kim. That's exactly what we want. Just make it like Mortal Kombat 1, but good. I have played that game so much, though. I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat 1. Even though it's not the best, I've really enjoyed the hell out of that game. Research. Exactly, Bazzy. Research. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who else really enjoyed Mortal Kombat 1, but kind of got burned out from having to look up all the car crash victims. And that's the following sponsor.
Today's show is brought to you by Paul's apology for, well, we all remember what he did. That's from Scoop of Monte Cristo in 2024. Paul's apology for, well, we all remember what he did.
Well, everybody, it's time. It's time that I apologize for what I did this episode in going into the whole stroke thing a little too soon. So here's my apology. The only way I can apologize through song. I'm sorry for how I be joking. Ooh, I'm sorry for the way I be joking. I be joking to the left and joking to the right and using serious stuff and trying to make it light. I was joking. What I shouldn't be doing. Because it's serious what Sexy's going through in.
Very good apology.
Enter Hey Scoop to checkout.
I mean, a more sincere apology you could never get, right? So.
Once again, Big Sexy being generous, putting his camera back on just to show you that he is laughing and not offended.
and not ready to murder me. It's
right.
Good. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Oh. All right, Jacob. Live scoop mail or scoop mail? How do you want to do this?
Let's do a little scoop mail, and then if somebody has a thing that they would like to say, just let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you want to share scoop mail. And if you hear something that inspires you from the scoop mail we're going to read, you can then chime in afterward as well.
Absolutely. Let's see. We got one here from... Oh, well, let's do this one. We got one from Big Sexy. I'll just read Big Sexy's email here with Big Sexy in the chat. Hey there, you fabulous space fuckers. Let's get the mushy shit out of the way. I fucking missed you guys, and I hope to see you all at Scoop Fest. As most of you know, I suffered a stroke around Easter. For the purpose of this story, I'll skip past...
What happened? Wait a minute. That's the first time hearing of this. Outrageous.
I'll skip the misdiagnosis of food poisoning. Apparently there was a misdiagnosis of food poisoning, and go straight to the hospital visits. By Tuesday morning, it was clear I needed urgent care, stage 1 intubation. The hospital we went to was a private hospital. The facility was clean, modern, nice, and the staff nurturing and knowledgeable. Care seemed close and thorough. Stage 2, collision. While waiting for the care, the hospital required a deposit. Before getting anything, $2,000 US. With the support of friends and family, we were able to come up with the money. I got a CT scan, IV, and pain meds. It was determined that I would need to stay overnight to be treated. This would require another deposit, another $1,000. When my wife went to pay, they said they had made a mistake, and it was another $2,000. We only had $1,700 until the next day. While trying to clear that up, they came back and said, actually, it's $2,500.
Oh, boy.
Now, at this point, I feel like Big Sexy, you would have been obligated to say, no. Actually, it's $500. I think they're just negotiating with you at this point.
I was going to say, this feels like this negotiation is happening with like no pants. And basically, the price was going to keep going up until you tugged on the doctor's penis. That's what I thought. That's what I feel like is happening.
Yep. Our only option, so it seemed, was to transfer to the public hospital. We asked the doctor for the best option of care. He recommended that we head to Cancun. Stage 3, jet fuel. Almost 2 hours later, around 10:30 p.m., we arrive at the hospital. There are dozens of people just milling around outside. We can't locate the official entrance, so Nilla leaves to do just that and to secure a wheelchair. Our friend Frank drove us, and he and I waited for about 30 minutes before she came back out with either security or an orderly, not sure which. They got me into a broken down wheelchair, rolled me into a hallway, and left me there alone. It took a while for my wife to find me. We got sent to a small room where they took my blood pressure, took off my clothes, put me in a gown, and hooked me up to a saline drip. Then we discovered that that wasn't a doctor at all. That was just another person.
I remember my first communion.
There was blood on the walls, guys walking around, gowns untied, a lot of hospital emergency room misery. This was when they said, we're going to put you in a room. That room was more like a holding cell. There were around 25 beds, all occupied, another 10 to 15 people in wheelchairs like myself, about 15 people lying on benches, and around 8 to 10 people on the floor. Some had makeshift bedding, some did not. Around 70 people in this room, maybe 5 nurses/orderlies, no one getting care. I spent roughly 15 hours in this environment. In that time, they changed my saline drip and checked my blood pressure twice. At one point, I fell from my wheelchair into some random piss on the floor. They put me in my chair and left me there as is. This could get even longer as it was truly a night of horrors. I'll give you the bullet points. There was a verbal altercation with a naked patient, same guy as before, on my left, and a guy with a broken foot on my right. Some lady began screaming and dramatically retching for about an hour until 1 or 2 a.m. One guy never stopped talking until the orderlies put him in a medical-induced sleep, and he yelled bloody murder while they did. I never saw any doctor until I was being discharged, and all he did was repeat what was already on my chart. Hospital admin lied repeatedly to my wife, telling her I was getting care, which I wasn't. There is so much more that I feel there should be a stage 4. The unforeseen third plane. I left the hospital worse than I went in. As of now, I'm getting excellent and affordable home care. I have tons of support from this amazing community here in Playa del Carmen. I want to say thank you to the Scoops who have reached out. The love really helps me get through the tough days. Thank you guys for all you do, and I look forward to recovering and hanging out once again. Fuck you in the face from Mexico. That's big sexy.
All right.
Man, random piss. Oh, no.
Random piss or known piss, which is worse?
As a father, I can tell you known piss you get used to.
All right.
Yeah.
Temperature's a big concern for me.
Yeah.
What's your ideal piss temperature?
I could probably handle cold piss better than I could hot piss.
Oh, I think you might be right.
I'm pretty sure.
We haven't done a Twitter poll in a long time. We can do cold piss,
cold piss or hot piss? You make the call.
OG Scoop, you have
over Twitter.
Does OG Scoop says he has a question? You have a question about the Scoop mail, OG? Where are you at, OG?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
OG,
there he is.
Hey, yeah, I just had a question. I was wondering, you guys may have answered this previously, but I was wondering when all of y'all got into, or when you knew that you wanted to get into entertainment, and then also when, or what your goal was, or what your dream job.
Oh gosh, we're gonna go over crushed dreams.
Yeah.
This is the crushed dreams section of the podcast, everyone.
I actually think last episode we did a rehashing of all my crushed dreams, but
sorry.
No.
Give the people what they want, Matt.
No, thank you, OG. It's a deep question. Who goes first?
I'll go first. Mine's easy. I've always done this. I don't know how to do anything else. Entertainment's all I've ever done. When I was a kid, I was a kid and was like, oh, I'm going to college. I'm going to be in the theater. I'm going to be in entertainment. And went to college and turned more to the backstage stuff. And the rest is history. I literally don't know how to do any other job that is not entertainment based.
So I'm just laughing at cold pressed pisses for the bougie, says Ranch Slunk in the chat. Paul?
Well, I was into theater as a kid, and that was something I really did enjoy, and I have fond memories of. So that was something that I was always attracted to. When I found improv in at 17 at the Governor's College program, that really clicked something for me. And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. And I think I've told the story before. Like, I didn't see improv again until I was in college a couple years later, and I saw some kids doing what I recognized as improv games and doing improv, and I ran over to them. I was doing another project for a theater class, and these kids were all college dropouts who just happened to be using the college space for rehearsal because it was an open area.
Okay.
And I was like, "You guys doing improv?" Oh, and I was just so in, and that was Improv Nito, my first improv troupe that I worked with back in Louisville, and we, that was the thing that really did it. And from that point, I wanted to do Second City, and I thought I was going to have to move to Chicago to do Second City, and then happenstance all worked out. That same group of improvisers ended up working at Kings Island. I worked at Kings Island. I moved to Vegas because I worked at Kings Island. I found improv in Vegas again. I moved to LA to find more improv. Took classes with the Groundlings, moved back to Vegas, tail between my legs because LA is evil and so hard to live in. And 2 weeks after I
Because
moved
of
back,
the hyena poop.
it was terrible, terrible, stinky. But 2 weeks after I moved back to Vegas, they opened up the Second City Training Center and the show in at the Flamingo, and it was like, oh fuck, here it is. This is the thing I wanted to do 6 years ago, and it's right in my lap. And I went for it full bore, and I ended up being an understudy, then a full-time employee, and yeah, and then that's it. I've had theater gigs throughout, and I was lucky enough to be doing Klingon for 10 years, which is incredible. That's the thing that I hold
You
my
were
head
Klingon?
high. Yeah, I I know you guys might be unaware. A
Huh.
decade space alien
Wow.
right here.
What?
Yeah, 10 years.
You've never
That
talked
never
about
came
it.
up.
I know. I don't mention it often, but no, it was, I don't know. And I think if you really want to go back to it,
Kim thought you were in Star Wars.
it was for me, it really was that fucking Muppet movie, man. A lot of people have that moment when they watch the Muppet movie.
Yeah.
You know,
The original Muppet movie.
the original Muppet movie, and Orson Welles turns around and says, "Please prepare the traditional rich and famous contract for
Oh,
Kermit
yeah.
the Frog and all of his friends." And I'm like, that's what I need. That's what I want to do. I want to go and have my friends come with me, and we'll all go do fun, silly shit together. It'll be great.
Yeah. I think I didn't understand show business at all, but I understood comedy and loved comedy. I
Right.
think what made me distinct from my older brothers was like that I could be a wise ass faster than them and other people. And that led to many, many trips to the principal's office. Uh, people was like, "Oh, I wish I said this." I was one of those kids that always said the thing out loud and couldn't resist not doing it, right?
You did it.
Said the thing every time that made the whole room laugh, and the teacher just stare at me and go, "Office." Uh, and I got that was something that happened to me many, many, many times. And I was even vice president of my eighth grade class, and they took it away because I did that in the library. I made everyone laugh at the librarian, and they sent me to the principal's office. And the librarian made up a story about me, saying I said something perverted when I didn't. And I had to take the pin off my blazer, my school uniform blazer, hand dramatically hand in,
Boo.
and I was no longer vice president of the class.
Oh,
A class of 27, by the way. Just next man up. But yeah,
with
and
27 people, I feel like having a vice president at all is kind of a hat on a hat.
like I said, like whenever we went to not Blockbuster Video, the local video place. My dad was away for a weekend or whatever. We got to all pick out a movie for the weekend. I always picked out a stand-up comedy thing, unless my brothers picked out a stand-up comedy thing, and then I was happy that they did, and I would get some action adventure movie. But I loved comedy. I remember watching all of Comic Relief, watching
Yep.
Comic Strip Live on the weekends, Saturday Night Live.
Gallagher. You had to watch those Gallagher videos.
Gallagher.
Oh
Chris,
yeah.
I remember Chris Farley being my first like real comedy hero. Like I loved everyone, but Chris Farley was like, oh wait, this is something that I could try to do.
Right.
And again, it wasn't until like, I saw my first improv show at 15 years old, Improv Jam in Red Bank, New Jersey, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are people doing Saturday Night Live right now in front of everyone every Saturday night. This is awesome. I have to be a part of this. And what's funny is that as soon as I got involved with that show and started getting laughs for real, that's when I stopped getting kicked out of class and became president of my class and president of the school and never got my pin taken away again. But when I was functionally funny, it turned my world around. And I happened to go to performing arts high school. It was my local high school. They just happened to have performing arts where kids can come from other schools, and you spend the second half of your day in the performing arts wing of our school.
Oh wow!
We had a big high school, and so people would come in for different programs, and the performing arts was one of them. And so all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm right here. I might as well audition. And I auditioned and spent my junior, senior years as an acting major from there, and never looked back from there.
Huh, there you go.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be in sitcoms. Always wanted to be a sitcom actor. Always wanted thought future could be a sitcom dad. I just loved. Really was like romantically attached to the Thursday night lineup on NBC, right? Which was Bill Cosby. God, what a great guy he turned out to be.
Yeah, no problems there.
Family Ties.
Is Roseanne in that lineup?
No, it was Family Ties, Cheers, and Night Court was the original lineup. Roseanne was on ABC, I think. They started doing competing lineup comedy shows.
Right.
Yeah.
But that Cheers, Night Court back to back was a run that I rarely missed.
Yeah. Yes.
I would watch it on a 13-inch. It might have even been a 10-inch black and white TV that was upstairs at our house, and I would watch that all the time.
Loved that show.
That was Harry Anderson was a great.
I
loved him, and of course he did Little Magic too. So that was that's a real good.
The judge would do magic.
Well, that's it. So Harry Anderson was always jealous of Penn and Teller. If you read articles on it. He would just be mad that Penn and Teller got to be magicians and magicians only in the mainstream, right. And Harry Anderson had to do magic for theaters, but he was just known as the Night Court guy, and so he tried to incorporate magic into his character in Night Court just so people knew he was a magician, but it never quite fully took, and so he was always a little jealous of Penn and Teller for that.
Yeah, anytime he would do like a guest spot on any other show, his character would almost always do magic. It was always like a weird little running bit that Harry Anderson would have.
Yeah.
It'd pop up on like Saved by the Bell and do a magic trick.
Yeah. But yeah. And then all the twists, then the rest of the failures are just go back and listen to this podcast and you can hear all the rest of
the well documented.
Okay.
And we end up here.
Just give me a year.
Let's do a little jock versus nerd. How about?
You know what's funny is I was talking to Penn about this on this upcoming Penn Sunday School. I'll let the theme song play.
The hunt for balls.
Principal's office.
I was just being funny.
Oh man, I got to the point where I didn't even care. I'd be like, "Yep, that's where I go."
See, I would watch guys like you.
Yeah,
I was the opposite. I had done plays since I was in like second grade, first and second grade, and so I had that understood. And also my parents worked at the school. My mom worked at the school because I couldn't act.
I played the stomach and alcohol on trial in fourth grade for health class, so I wasn't no slouch.
But I remember distinctly there was a guy this had to have been second or third grade.
Yeah.
We were watching a film strip, back when film strips. Actual projector.
Yeah.
And he got in front of the projector with his hand and he went, "Here comes the snake." And it looked like, just a black shadow.
Yeah,
I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, that, and I mean, of course, he got in terrible trouble, and I was like, oh, but that was genius. It was so funny to me, and I was like, man, that kid needs. Now, me, I'm like, that kid just needed some proper help.
Oh, there's always the kid that's funny, right? Like Peter Marin was funnier than I was. Peter Marin was with me
Right.
through grades 1 through 8, and he was much funnier than I was. And he was considered the bad kid. I was considered to be following Peter or trying
Right.
to be like Peter. But like they make sure they separate us and also put us in different areas of the classroom. Like we were just two culprits that could corrupt the rest of the classroom. So we were
Right.
treated. Peter was considered more radioactive than I was, and Peter was
Right.
nonstop. He'd go to the principal's office twice in a day, 3 times in a day. He had
Holy
no
shit.
problem. That guy had
Holy
no
shit.
problem being kicked out of class. No problem just continuing to misbehave. He had balls. I had a guilty pleasure, like, oh, I gotta say this thing. It's so bad, but I have to say it. It's like it's just dangling fruit. It just
Yeah.
was like a setting off a trap. But it wasn't like I enjoyed just being a rebel. Pete enjoyed
Right.
being
Right.
a rebel. Yeah.
I enjoyed being a smart ass more than saying the super funny thing.
Yeah.
I was the one that would like the teacher would say something to me like, "Oh, you didn't do your homework last night, Jacob," and instead of referring to the teacher as like Mr. or Mrs. whatever, I'd be like, "Okay, Tom."
Whoa.
I do that kind of shit.
That's bold.
Just pushing buttons. Just pushing
Bold.
buttons.
Yep. It's like I know how I can piss you off right now. Watch this.
Bold.
Thanks for singling me out, Tom.
That's
Yeah.
fucking bold.
Thank you for giving me this moment to tell people what I think of you, Tom.
No, I mean, but I was talking this on Penn Sunday School. It's like when Kevin Smith removed me from the film that was being made, I was 17, 18 years old. The worst case scenario is that I stay in that movie and that movie does well. Like,
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I become the biggest dickhead in the world if I hit
You're
18.
long dead. You're long dead by now.
Yeah, I'm definitely not alive now. That's
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely not alive now. And just the guy who thought he could just pop into a film at 17, nail it, and then ride into the sunset. No way. That guy
Standard Richard Famous contract.
That guy's a very bitter person with a terrible diet. Maybe like 3 donuts a day. Really bad.
Free donuts.
Little
Yeah.
G Fuel.
Let's do a little Jack versus Nerd here. We got a Scoopardy coming at us today from the Swedish Scoop. The categories are 90s opening lines, musical theater, towels, Bond, James Bond. Paul, you're up first. What you want?
I will do 90s opening lines. I'll try that.
All right. Name the song. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
That would be Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby.
Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice himself. Absolutely. The only time I saw Vanilla Ice play live, he was in his hard rock phase and did a hard rock version of Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
He was going at that time by V Ice.
V Ice.
His moniker was V Ice at the time. Matt, you're up.
Natty Ice if you're a nasty.
I will take towels for 400, please.
Don't forget to bring a towel. Reminds this South Park character.
Towely.
Towel-y. Towel-y is in fact correct.
Oh man.
I have gone down a bit of a South Park rabbit hole this last week, and I've really been enjoying it.
Towely is classic.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll try 90s opening lines for 800. Name the song, Yo, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I believe that would be Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did not know the name of that song, but good to know. No, I mean, that's
I learned the name of that song in the last couple of years.
right.
But with my wife being at a Spice Girls show, I've learned the name of that song because I definitely thought it was like Lover or something like that. Paul.
Yeah.
I'll try 90s opening lines again.
All right. Name the song. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go again.
That would be Shoop by Salt and Pepper.
Ooh, Ooh, Shoot by Salt and Pepper is correct. Not Here I Go Again on My Own by Whitesnake.
No. Well, that's not the opening line.
Oh, it's not.
The opening line is, how does that start?
Come on, Paul.
Oh, let me think. How
Sing
does
the
that
opening
line
line of Whitesnake's Here I Go Again on My Own.
I'm not sure where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been.
Yes.
Is that how it goes?
I'm not sure where I'm going,
but I sure know where I've been.
Go ahead.
Tawny
Lay out, guys.
Katane. I've been to Tawny Katane land.
The rest of us will lay out. Take it home, guys. Go for it.
But I gotta hold on for the rest of my days. And I know what it means
Matt, you're up.
to walk
Opening anthem,
along the
Scoop
lonely
Fest.
street of dreams.
Ba, 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 ba.
Here I go again on my car.
I was joking about laying out and you guys finishing the song.
Too bad. See,
It's
Ranch
too
Love
good.
knows what's up. I should do the Tawny Katane part in that video. It'd be really funny. We could do a parody of that.
A parody, a remake.
Okay, an improvement.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I'll do towels for 800.
Findy has a snake
double.
named David Coverdale. Holy shit.
As
That's
Paul
incredible.
knows, the yellow rally towel of the Pittsburgh Steelers is known by this alternative name.
Douche wipe.
Yeah.
Oh!
The shit rag. The
Acceptable.
shit rag of traitors is what it is now.
It's begging for a quarterback to land in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, last season was so not fun for all three of us. And
It really wasn't.
and somehow all three of our teams are in a worse quarterback position than last year.
Let me tell you,
How is that possible? All three of us had
Yes.
shitty quarterback situations, and all three got worse. All of them.
did
Matt,
you
your
hear?
team has like
did
9
you hear?
quarterbacks now. How can you be worse?
That's true. One of them's
Did-
got to win one game.
Did you hear what happened to our best current prospect?
No.
Or what our best current prospect did?
Who's your best current prospect?
Mason Rudolph.
Oh, okay.
He decided to attend a rally of a certain politician here in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Jesus.
He
Come
was on
Mason.
the stage
Well-
shaking that motherfucker's hand.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I was going to boycott this season anyway because of just even entertaining Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm
Oh.
donezo.
You're
I'm
definitely
gone.
getting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Yeah.
watching. I'm not
Terrible
watching a
towel.
single game this
Terrible
season.
towel.
So there you go.
Oh yeah, you already got that right. You already said shit rag.
It is a shit rag. What a fucking joke. The whole team is a joke.
It's me. I will try. Man, Shoop scared me away from opening lines, 90s opening lines. I'll try towels, 1200. Keep it with you and be a frood who really knows where his towel is, according to this novel/movie/TV series. That is Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock, the novel movie TV series.
No one knows where Gobo goes.
That's right. That's I know what it is. What's it
Gobo,
called?
Boober, and
They had that.
Wembley.
They had that movie with the people in it, and it was a novel, and it's been
That's
a TV
right.
series.
Yes.
It's called Hitchhiker's Guide. Hitchhiker's Guide
So
to the Galaxy.
long, and thanks for all the fish.
That's right. Well,
I will close out opening lines.
90s opening lines for 2000. Name the song, man. It's a hot one.
God damn it. It's Smooth by Rob Thomas featuring Santana. God damn it. I hate that song
Hey,
so
Carlos
much.
Santana featuring Rob Thomas is
Ugh,
absolutely correct
God damn it. I hate that.
because it's so
fucking song.
smooth.
I hate that song so
It's so
much.
smooth.
Oh, it's just like the ocean under the moon.
Just like the ocean around the moon. Oh,
Don't-
Fame
I
is the
don't-
emotion that I get.
I don't
from
have
it. I
faith
know
in
the
my-
whole fucking song. It's so gross.
I don't have my faith in my towel knowledge at this point to go for 2,000. So I'm going to go to James Bond for 400, please.
all right. This was the first James Bond film. First James Bond film.
Oh,
Oh, shoot. Because I think the first novel was Casino Royale.
I believe you're right.
But I don't know if the first film was that. I know it was the first one they made with Daniel Craig.
Right. That was the first of his 4, I think.
End of knowledge, and I'm passing.
That passes to me. I believe the answer is Dr. No. Dr. No. Yep.
Look at you.
Nice.
I know my James Bond movies.
Now,
In fact,
so on Her Majesty's Secret Service is with is Lazenby, right?
That's George Lazenby, yeah.
And that was made after Dr. No.
Lazenby was after because Sean Connery did Dr. No. It was the Sean Connery movies first. Then I think Roger Moore did his chunk. Then I think Sean Connery did another one. I think that's when he did You Only Live Twice. And then Lazenby did On Her Majesty's Secret Service, I think after Roger Moore.
Really? I don't know if it was that late.
Maybe he was between Connery and Moore, but I think he was after Moore.
Holy shit.
Let's see. I'll try a little. Actually, I'm going to try musical theater for 400. This Jonathan Larson musical can measure love in just 525,600 minutes. That is Hamilton. Hamilton can measure the love. Of course, it's Rent. It's Rent. We all know it's Rent.
By the way, Jeff in chat says, Paul having feelings about a sports team is the most surprising turn in ICS history. And I became a cruise ship magician, and I agree.
Yeah. Oh, if I became a cruise ship magician tomorrow, it would still be more surprising that Paul was into football.
What you need to know, what you must understand, is the reason I give half a rat's dick about anything to do with the Steelers is because there is nothing else that happens in the entire 500 square miles surrounding this area. Nothing else happens. It is deathly boring. I'm gonna push my luck with towels for 2,000.
All right. Daily double.
I knew it was gonna stick me in the dick.
Now for 3,600. The Superior bath towel is an extra large bath towel, also known as a this. I really like how you wrote that. Known as a this.
A beach towel. Which is
beach
all I
towel.
have for bath towels.
I don't think you're right on this one, but let's see. A bath sheet, Paul. A bath sheet or a sheet towel.
Bath sheet.
It is a different thing.
Sheet towel.
Somehow.
Bullshit towel.
It's a different thing.
It's
a bullshit towel.
I've never heard either of those expressions.
Sheet towel? A sheet towel. Are you just using a sheet?
It's just a sheet.
It's just you just grab the divan off the thing. Oh, I want the big towel, the one that was on the bed. What do you
One
mean?
that I slept under last night.
The comforter. I use the comforter as a towel. That's how I use my sheet towel. That's how I get my Holiday Inn value. God, can you imagine what a defeating thing to do to dry yourself with the degraded, cum-stained cloth of a hotel bedspread? Get fresh out the shower and go, give me that bedspread.
Hotel bedspread.
Oh, God. Damn it. You give yourself an infection.
Matt, you're up.
I will take musical theater for 800, please.
Let's see here. The wind comes sweeping down the plain in this 1943 Rodgers and Hammerstein tale.
Alabama, where the wind goes to the
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, of course.
Oklahoma.
That's me. I'll try musical theater 1,200. This musical has trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. That's also Rent. It's Rent.
Yep.
That is the Music Man. That's the Music Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Paul, you got it.
Musical theater.
2,000. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly in this 1927 musical that takes place on the Old Man River.
Oh.
Man River.
That's Showboat.
Birds gonna fly. Is it Showboat? It sure is.
Booyah.
Showboat is the correct answer to this question.
People
Matt!
go to that show just want to hear that one song, and they got to sit through the rest of it.
Oh, you have Summertime
Oh,
in there in Summertime in Showboat? I think it is.
I'm bluffing. I don't know.
There's that whole thing with we're on a boat and we're going to do a show. We're on a boat and we're going to
That's
do
right.
a show. Look out. Here comes the show on the boat. It's a
That's
showboat.
the Act 1 finale.
Yeah.
Matt, you got James Bond for 8, 12, or 2000.
I will do. Oh wait, what are the scores here?
Oh, let's see. The scores are Matt and Paul are both tied at 2000, and Jacob has 4000.
Oh,
And I think you're out of daily doubles. Do we have any daily doubles?
yeah, I think so.
All right,
We have one left. Okay.
Oh, there might be one left.
I got to go for 2000. Try to get you.
Yep.
James Bond for 2000.
It was like a mistake.
Bond's preferred pistol is made by this German manufacturer, originally a model PPK, and more recently a P99.
Glockenspiel.
Glockenspiel.
I don't know German pistol manufacturers.
That passes to me. I do know German pistol manufacturers. That is a Walther PPK, and later a
Megatron.
Walther 99. It's Megatron.
Is his name Walther?
Megatron? Is that the Megatron gun?
I believe he is a Walther PPK or P38. Yeah.
Somebody is correcting me in the Twitch chat. Summertime is Porgy and Bess. That's absolutely right. I feel
that's the musical I always go see. Porgy and Bess.
Yeah. That's also a great musical. Showboat and Porgy and Bess, two great musicals. I'll do James Bond. I don't even need the points because I'm so far ahead right now, but I'm just going to flex and do 1200 anyway.
Wow.
Bond's iconic car, this make, first appears in the film Goldfinger, with more contemporary models appearing over the years. Okay. That is an Aston Martin. Is it a Vanquish? It's definitely an Aston Martin. Oh, I just have to know the make. Oh, great. So Aston Martin. It's Aston Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. Megatron is a Walther P38.
Oh, there you go.
So it's an older model, but it still checks out.
Sense.
I'll do the final question there.
Closed out the category and the game. Bond,
What else
James
can I
Bond
do?
for 800. This was the first James Bond novel. If you'd like to use a lifeline, I think Matt can help you.
Matt just said it.
I did.
I think he said Casino Royale.
Is that what you'd like to go with?
I'm going to go with Casino Royale.
Casino Royale is correct. Well done.
Booyah!
Matt, while not getting any points for that question, did display his knowledge, and so he gets a round of applause.
Oh my gosh! Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's the game. I win with 7,200. Paul's in second with 2,800. Matt's in third with 2,000, and that's from the Swedish Scoop. Thank you so much, Swedish Scoop. If you want to send us a Scoopardy or a Price is Right Jock versus Nerd or Novelist Jock versus Nerd, head on over to heyscoops.com, where you can also send us a scoop mail. Do all the things right there at heyscoops.com.
My hoisted on my own petard. It was my answer that gave Paul second place over me.
It's true.
Oh,
Yep.
People are actually giving me the applause in the chat. That's so I want to thank Donuts for making me late to this podcast.
Thank you, Donuts.
No, the truth is I was late because I went to Mike Reese's lecture, and then I wanted to grab a donut on the way to record since we're doing 2 episodes.
Did he have donuts at his lecture? Were they the Simpsons classic donuts? No?
They did have the Simpsons donut available at the buffet, but it was far away.
So are there people on this cruise just to see Mike Reese?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is an 18-day cruise. I'm on the tail end of an 18-day cruise that's going from Los Angeles to the Panama Canal.
That'll be fun. You've never done the Panama Canal, right?
I still haven't. I got on an Aruba, and so
yeah, Panama Canal's cool.
They know I want it. Sometimes they know I want it.
I saw alligators and guys with guns.
Paul, you were right. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was after You Only Live Twice.
There you go.
Oh, actually, they did another Connery Bond after that. They did Diamonds Are Forever was after On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So I was mixed up on the Connery Bonds as well.
Yeah, it was
mixed up on the Connery Bonds.
It was before Roger Moore for certain. He wasn't anywhere close to it. I think it was a bargaining chip they used to make sure Connery would come back. We could have this Lazenby asshole do it if you don't want to.
Chaotic points out that saying donuts didn't make me late. I was at a lecture, then I stopped to get a donut. The math isn't mathing. Good point, except that I was definitely going to eat no matter what before doing 2 episodes. So that's why the math works out.
Yeah, I chose to not eat before doing 2 episodes, and I might grab a snack between the 2 right now.
Right? This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I want to thank Pendulum for creating this podcast.
Thanks, Ben.
I want to thank everybody here for joining us here on Zoom and chiming in and in the chat and then also on air, especially OG, Scoop, and Big Sexy. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
If you want to join us for an episode, if you want to join us live on Zoom, you can be a Patreon supporter. We send out our Zoom link every time we do it on Patreon. And we're at the beginning of a month, so we don't have our list of thank yous. So I'll just tell you, be a part of our next Zoom. You can join us. You can be on Twitch too. By doing that, you go to preachingfun.com.
Oh, that's right.
Come visit preachingfun.com. It's better than hanging with your mom.
Or if you know more than you should about James Bond movies, head on over to fartsinabag.biz.
Yeah.
Farts in a bag.
That's fartsinabag.biz. That, along with preachingfun.com, it takes you to our Patreon page, where for as little as $2 a month, you can help keep this show on the air. Head on over there. Join, apparently, my mom, who is now a Patreon for us, over at preachingfun.com. Hi,
Amazing.
Mom.
Oh, yeah, we did thank one patron. Also, Scoopfest is coming up September 25th to the 27th. Get your tickets over at scoopfest.com. We are zeroing in on what we're giving out this year, and I think people will be very pleasantly surprised with our this year's gift.
I think nice swag.
It's going to be a great swag time. We have a couple of great surprises lined up for the entertainment. It's going to be a super fun event.
Yeah.
And, of course, all that to say that you'll be surrounded by the best people in the world. Scoops are awesome people to always hang out with, and people are always pleasantly surprised at how much more they enjoy Scoopfest than they thought they were going to. I don't know what that means. That could be actually a faint compliment instead of a good one. I don't know. But get your ass to Scoopfest. Go to scoopfest.com. Get your tickets there. Once you get your tickets, book your hotel room. You can use the Scoop discount code.
Paul?
That is Superman, Catwoman, Flash, Invisible Jet.
25.
Catwoman again.
25 is
SCFI 25C.
Yeah. SCFI 25C. That's the magic number. That's the phrase that pays.
Or when you call in to make your reservation, just tell them Scoopfest, and they should be able to get you in that block and give you the discount.
Just yell Scoopfest so they know what you're talking about, or get you on the phone when someone knows what they're talking about. Make your room reservation. Save yourself some jingle. It helps us set up our guests. So yeah, do that today as well. All right, thanks a lot for listening, everybody. Stay safe out there. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, the jingle is off a little bit this year because it doesn't have the same song thing. Like one of our scoops made such a great song last time. This one doesn't have the musical backing, so I'm lost. Oh my god.
We're preaching fun.
We are.
See ya.
Bye, everybody. Hey.
So we're going to get off of Zoom and Twitch here for a second, and we'll be back on in a few minutes. So
it's a different link or the same link?
It's going to be a different link.
Yeah.
It's a different meeting. Did you send that out to everyone, or should
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
that now?
I put
great.
both. I put both on the Patreon. I just want to make
Great.
sure that we're being clear.
So you should have another link there that is the second show, and we're going to be back on that here in just a moment. So we'll see you in a second.
All right.
Bye.
I miss you already.